Alright, we are back. I'm going to try not to break the game with what I just did. We'll see it soon enough.
Hey, it's this way.
We're back at part 2. I'm hoping it works. It's 100% the idea of my girlfriend, and I want to see how it turns out. I've read warnings about this, and we'll see how it works. We'll see. I love this. Hey, guy I just met. You look like my brother, so I'm gonna harass you like an older brother would.
What's the big idea?
God, Walker's arc pre Albed is so good, and then he just becomes so fucking annoying. Waka is a very tragic character in that I love Waka before he becomes a racist, and then after a racist, he really doesn't get a very good redemption arc. He becomes lukewarm at best. He starts complaining a lot. Okay, well, don't break the game. Oh, it works. Here we go. It shouldn't be that funny to me, but it is. I told my girlfriend you can modify the appearance of the equipment, and I was like, you know, it's an okay idea, but I don't want to, like, just make it look so weird. Like, there's no way that it's modeled correctly. And she was like, but what about Waka? I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, wouldn't it be hilarious to give Waka, like, a Moogle and have him whip a Moogle at people? And I was like, you're correct. Yes, it would be. And so I did. While I was at it, I wanted to test it out, so I gave Titus one of orange swords. I think it looks pretty good. I like the way he, like, holds it from behind. I don't know if it's on purpose. It's definitely not. I can see it clipping through him, but I think it looks neat. I didn't modify the stats. I could have. I had the ability to modify the stats, but I wanted to keep the gameplay, like, somewhat normal. It's just whipping the Moogle is so fucking funny. It shouldn't be. Oh, I love it so much. That's so great. Just yeeting the Moogle. It's already paying off. The save editing has already paid off. Well, I did one other thing, and I want to see if the game does it. You'll see what I mean.
Let me go.
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
I think it's drowned. My brother sent me a post by Ron Bunches. I love Ron.
Major Blitz tournaments coming up. All the teams
Ah,
in Sierra will be there.
shit.
It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on.
Sure thing.
Titus is like, my world is gone. Sure, let me just play sports.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
Dude, I rock. You get the reference, tell me in the comments.
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
Bum, bum. Bum, bum.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5.
I love
I
Besaid.
joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years. And we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right.
I do think it's insane that he didn't win a tournament in like 10 years. Or he didn't win a game in 10 years. Like, surely, if you've played that much, even your
So,
team, if they
after
suck, like
quitting,
that much
I got this
practice,
new job, yeah? But
they'd
every
have to, like,
time my
eventually
mind
get good
wandered.
enough to win, right?
What about the game?
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey.
So, you want to win the next
When you learn the
tournament?
context
Go
of
out
why
with
he
a
couldn't
bang.
focus, that's actually a super fucked up thing for Titus to say. It's like,
So,
yeah, my
what's our
brother
goal?
died before the tournament.
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say what's our goal, you say victory. When you play in a blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
This is a cool moment, and it shows Titus's confidence, but I'm also like, Waka's not wrong. I mean, isn't that the point of sports? And someone's going to argue with me here. That you're playing because you enjoy it. Like, I get when you're playing professional, you want to win. And if you haven't had a single victory in 10 years, you probably need a goddamn shake-up.
The one from the sea.
But, like,
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road.
I guess you can do both, right? You can want to
After surviving
win
your run-in with
and
Sin, it would be a shame if something went wrong.
still enjoy the game.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Crusoe, what now?
Crews of what?
I wrote this game.
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about
So
it.
this
I'll
is
help you
so
out.
so Titus not knowing about this world is very much a plot device. So you, the player, learn everything at the same time Titus does,
Sure we take the cup.
which is not a super unique
About the
plot
Crusaders,
device. You'll see a lot of
ask
games
them
do that,
yourself. They got a lodge in their village.
but I like how it has other effects beyond just like explaining the lore of the world to the player. Like, there's other reasons why Titus not being here makes sense.
Besaid village.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first.
I've thought about this a lot,
Let's see.
and I think with the amount,
Crusaders'
the
Lodge
fact that
is
there's
over
like
yonder.
there's the
Luzu
Crusaders
and Gata are
Lodge,
usually there.
which can store a couple people, and then there's like 6 tents.
All right.
And then there's the temple. I feel like there's too many people in this village for the amount of homes here.
What's
Or
up?
the amount of beds, I should say.
you do remember the prayer, right?
Like, I think there's too many people. I don't remember.
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics. All right, I'll show you.
So there is affection meters in the background for every character besides Titus. I don't remember exactly how they work. There's a mod that lets you see them. I might install that just to like keep an eye on it. But it's basically the characters you use. The more you use certain characters, and the way you respond to dialogue choices affect the affection stuff.
Okay, now,
It's very
who
small.
presented
It just
them to the
affects
temple
different
summoner?
dialogue
Any
lines
blitzball
and who
player
appears
would
in
know that
cutscenes and
prayer.
stuff.
It was the blitzball sign for
It's not like a crazy big thing, but it's interesting to like be able to see it. It's stuff like I think the biggest thing you can see from it is or I think there's two really big things from it. It's when you go to Shiva's temple in Makalania and you take the snowmobile, whoever is the highest of the girls will, or I guess whoever's the highest will either ride like, you know, behind you or will ride on the other snowmobile next to you. I forget exactly how it works, but it's something like that. And then the other one is whoever is the highest between Lulu, Riku, and Yuna will throw the ball to Titus during his final overdrive. If none of them are past a certain threshold, I think the ball just comes from nowhere. I'm trying to think. I think those are the only things that like are super effective. God, I wish I could fucking randomize the store. It'd be so funny to me. I think so I randomized Kingdom Hearts 2, and it only just recently occurred to me. I don't know if that randomized the stores in Kingdom Hearts 2. I really should check that out. It's the dog. If you talk to that dog later in the game, they spit up an item that gives you the second overdrive for what's his face. It gives you the second overdrive for Valifor, and I just set it so it's already unlocked because I don't want to have to like do the reverse pilgrimage to come back to Besaid. You can just Ask questions. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to have to come. I don't want to have to go all the way back. Well, the reverse pilgrimage is fun, and I think if you're doing a vanilla playthrough, it's something you should do. I just sort of just don't really want to do it. It took like an hour and a half last time I did it, so I'd rather just save the time. I don't remember exactly what it wants me to do. Oh, all right. Sure. I think there's an Albed primer here. Normally, it's in the back.
Sin, right? Recently, was
Or
it?
it might be by the entrance. I
so.
forget exactly where it is.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir. The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders.
I love the way he
We've been
delivers this
fighting
line.
Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered Sin away from towns many times.
I like how they
That's
don't
all we
explain
can
it
do.
here,
Nobody's
which is
ever been
insane.
able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So then
What they
whose job
should
is it
say
to
here
defeat
is,
Sin?
well, Sin comes back
Is
after every
Sin's
10 years.
toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember.
We think it'd be better for story progression
Perhaps
if you
Yevon
found out later on your own.
regain his memory.
Even though we could tell you everything right now and clear up a lot of misconceptions. I mean, they're not wrong.
Go present yourself to the...
All right. You mean like the summoner's busy? Go away. So this is the kind of stuff like I'm going through it pretty quickly. Oh, I can. So what am I doing? I speed up. So speed up doesn't work in cutscenes, which is a crying shame. But yeah, you can oh, my brain just got lost for a second. This is the kind of stuff that I was trying to cut out. I was like, you know, you get it. If I had the ability to, I would just skip the cutscene. But cutscene
It was them
skipping was not meant for this
standing
game,
in
I
that
guess.
place. I began to realize how
Alaska.
different this world was from my own.
And Zayon? There's Braska. I think that's O'Holland. Forget all of their names. I know a lot of them. O'Holland, I think, is... They just mentioned it, right? O'Holland's the one who founded the Crusaders. Also played a lot of Blitzball. Braska's Yuna's dad. Zayon and Unalesca were kind of the progenitors of the system. Am I forgetting? Maybe O'Holland I'm confusing up with someone else. I think Mihen was one, wasn't he? Or was Mihen just like a...
10 years
I think,
have passed
was
since
Mihen
we
the founder of the
first became our
Crusaders?
summoner.
They just told me and I forgot.
And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Well, what's a high summoner?
What? Huh? Oh.
I got too close to Sin's toxin.
I like that Titus adapts this immediately, though. He's like, toxin?
It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over.
Funny.
and a
And a little sad.
The summoners are practitioners.
Some of the lines,
of
like, really
sacred
stick out to me. I
art,
don't know why.
Sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons.
One of the things I really like about this game as well
The Aeons
is
hear our prayers and
summons
come
in
down
Final
to
Fantasy
us.
games are super cool
They
to
are
me,
blessed
and I feel like
in
they're often underutilized. 8
So what he
had
meant.
the Guardian Force junction system, which I think was really
Was that
cool.
we should respect some
Super
kind of great
convoluted,
man
but
or
it is cool
something
because
like
there's
that,
like a
I
ton of summons and like make them all important. And I like it more than just like using a summon for like a big attack and then that's it. Like I really appreciate it. So I really like in this game that they're like playable characters and like it's a big deal to get them all each time. I think it's super cool. I did not sleep well, like at all.
Sorry, man. Dick and
Sure. She's been in there a long time, or they've been in there a long time. You should go check on them. Something like that.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
Yeah.
you can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
Oh, this is gonna trigger the dream sequence.
But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Yeah, Jet's gone.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
Jet went out for cigarettes and never came back.
People are searching for him now.
Then Kree Summer is young Titus, who's very clearly is Kree Summer.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
Just sounds nothing like Titus.
Fine, let him.
I like Kree Summer a lot, but I don't know that she does like a good male voice acting,
Hate him so.
even for little boys.
But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
As someone who didn't grow up with a dad, this hit differently, if you can believe it. My family history is complicated, but as someone who grew up without their biological father, this, boy, the themes of this game.
Waka?
Who knew, if you had daddy issues, that, that this game might hit a little differently. Could be one of the reasons why it's in my top favorites. Impossible to know. There's just really, there's no real way to know, right, guys? Right. I think that's definitely part of it, but I don't think it's like a huge reason why I like it.
Summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really. There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice.
Titus just going, eh? Huh?
If the prayer is
This is so
heard,
good.
the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Nah, she's just praying.
Sometimes, yes.
She's gonna be real sweaty and
Why
then,
don't you go in and help?
trip down the stairs
There's
after.
already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner
So,
dies?
I like Titus a lot,
The precepts must be obeyed.
and I like his brashness.
Like I care.
I don't think this makes sense. I don't think Titus has any stake here. Like, he doesn't know anything about the summoner.
Maybe. This wasn't such a good idea after
But
all.
I'm also like, his motivation doesn't really make a ton of sense here. It makes sense every other time after this, but I don't think Titus would have run in after them on this first one. They didn't make it like, they didn't make it seem like a life or death situation or anything like that. And he kind of like acts like uncharacteristically, I'd say. You can't see it 'cause it's not in the recording. One of my friends just had popped up saying that this person's playing WWE 2K22. And then immediately 5 seconds later said, this person's playing New Worlds. I'm like, oh, okay. MMOs are a hell of a drug. So I still want to do all the Cloister trials like the normal way. I can usually run through them pretty quickly, at least the first 3. But I don't have to do them for Anima. There was a thing you could check off to like save, like there's a thing you could like check off to say like, oh, you know, this flag has been triggered, and for Anima you have to get all the destruction spheres into the temples, and I just like checked that off. I was just like, it's fine. Actually, I don't think I need this yet. think I have to do something over here first. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. So what's really neat is that there's not a set order for the pilgrimage. You can do the pilgrimage in whatever order you want. Depending on where you're born, it might be different. What I think is really funny about you know, Yuna doing it is I'm just like, oh, so Yuna just happened to basically have a straight shot for her pilgrimage. Like she didn't have to like double back or anything. And also her Cloister of Trials were in like descending order of easiness. Like they got they got harder as they went, which is like progression. So it was like a good progression system. Whereas for other people, imagine like living in Bevelle and doing the Bevelle one first, and then you get to Besaid and you're like, oh wow, that was really fucking easy. And on top of that, imagine getting to Besaid and you're like, okay, well, off to Xanarkand now, I guess. And you have to like turn around and go the entire other length of the world now. Things they don't really have you think about. Oh yeah, shit. Oh, okay. So I guess by triggering the, that's kind of disappointing. I guess by triggering to make sure they're all like done, it just means the chests are opened, which means I don't get the items inside of them. That's kind of a bummer. Some of them are pretty good items. None of them are like insanely good. There's a couple like good spheres in the later ones.
Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here.
I fucked up there, I
It's a
think.
tradition.
I would have
Very
gladly
important.
just done the destruction sphere stuff.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
On Guardian! Let me know in the comments if you get the reference.
Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
Now we come this far, brother. Oh, the red thing. We unlocked an achievement. Steam achievement? Oh boy.
What are you doing here?
Crazy that you can earn Steam achievements while abusing save editing.
No, it's just...
I believe it's possible to use the save editor for PS2 and PS3 as well in Final Fantasy X. Well, PS2 I know for sure, but PS3 I believe you can use it as well. Like, there's a way to like transfer the save onto the
summoner
PS3.
all right?
Who are you?
Good question. Fair. Also, why do I look like Wakka's little brother who died and that you were in love with? It's very weird, right? Anyway, let's just gloss over that. We'll talk about that stuff much later. Oh, you know what some insane mods I saw were? Which is going to give away where I was just looking and that's not good, but... so the insane mods that I saw were... oh wait, I like this FMV I like a lot too. Where I was like, oh shit. I wonder how difficult it was to produce these. Because they're all like fairly short. And they're like intermingled with like normal cutscenes. But I wonder how difficult it was to shoot them.
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
It's so weird when they talk during these, though. That's where you can see Yuna's different colored eyes for the first time. Another thing I really like about Final Fantasy X, because there's a lot.
Man, was I surprised.
I do like that Titus
Here
is the
I
main
was thinking
character,
summoners were all
but Yuna
users.
is also like a very main character. I would say you could, when you describe, and I feel like the other like Final Fantasy like mashup games like Dissidia and World of Final Fantasy kind of allude to this as well. I feel like they're like equal in the main characterness and like the canon or fandom, if that makes sense. Like, Titus is the main character, obviously. You control him, you can hear his inner thoughts and stuff like that. But Yuna is pretty much the focus of the game. Oh, we can get to see him? It's our boy, Valifor. Who I hated Valifor as a kid. I used to hate his design.
I can't see anything.
As an adult, I'm like, Valifor looks rad.
Okay.
He's so unique in all the Final Fantasy summons. Not unique, but like he looks so different from like Ifrit, Shiva, etc. I think the cool thing with Valifor is, while every other summon in the game, except for Yojimbo, who was created for this game, I believe, and Anima. So Anima and Yojimbo are kind of unique, but they appear in other games in some form or another. I like that Valifor is more or less like unique to Yuna, which I think is pretty cool. I think summoner plot lines in Final Fantasies are pretty cool. That's why I think I would like 6. I've heard that's like a whole thing about it. This is the thumbnail I used for part 2 in the PS4 version. I remember it well because I remember it didn't do that well. I remember the Final Fantasy X playthrough is done okay in the long term, but I remember when I was doing it at the time, it really did not pop off. I was met with a resounding like, eh. And I was like, what the fuck? Why?
Like it in my life.
I know, I'd never seen anything like it either.
Scary,
it was scary because it wasn't getting views.
I could feel a strange kind of gentleness.
I did know that eventually the views would come for that. Whenever I do games like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, like, or even like, whenever I do like super popular games, sometimes they don't do very well in the beginning. But then like if I finish the playthrough,
I remember
over time they do a lot better.
We talked for the first time. I didn't know it.
Sometimes they just don't. Sometimes they'll do a full playthrough and just fucking nobody cares.
Changed for everyone.
I should go back and look at how Okami is done. I don't think Okami did very well.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh? Victory! 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 Victory!
They adopted that very quickly. So I went back and looked. Okami is all over the place, but overall did not do well. I think the only videos to break 100 views are the first 5, and then the 6th one is 97, and they're all like 50s, 70s, 60s. The second to last one is like 45. So people do not give a shit about Okami. It's like, what, Nick? I've watched how many hours of Nick's videos and YouTube channel? And, you know, he plays a lot of games that I like, and then he says this is one of his favorite games of all time. Probably not important. I will say the first part did okay. I think I'll, if I do ever go back to Okami, I gotta do some changes to it. Maybe I'll do like a New Game Plus of Okami, so I can like mess around with some things a little bit more. Hold on, I had to remove my programs to do that. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you go back to it one day. I really want to play Okami again. I just can't find a good reason to. Stay away from the summoner.
You're a bad man.
You're a bad man. All three of those lines are awfully, are terribly delivered.
My fault to begin with.
Oh.
I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kind of overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
You're like, what?
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can
I don't know
talk more.
that Yuna's voice actor has done anything else.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
She's a good voice actor. I don't know why
She's cute, yeah?
why would you do this, Waka? She's like your little sister.
Don't get no ideas.
You just said she's
No
cute.
promises there, big guy.
What the fuck, Waka?
Hey, but what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not gonna happen.
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
I don't remember who voices Lulu either, but like I know Waka's voice actor has done a lot. Obviously, John DiMaggio. James Arnold Taylor voices Titus has done a lot as well. He does Ratchet, Obi-Wan. Like I've talked about this a lot.
Good.
Most well known for Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank, I would say, and then Obi-Wan in like every Star Wars like show and stuff like that. But I don't know. Some of the cast I don't think have done a ton of things, even though I do think they're all talented. No, it's this one. Like Riku is Tara Strong, known for like Timmy Turner, Raven. Like she has like a billion voices she's done.
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
Such a weird dream. Dream sequences in this
Really
game are
sure
so
this is okay?
strange.
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
Ah, well, you know.
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming!
And Eric Berger
You with a woman?
voicing
You
Jack.
can't even catch a ball! Oh,
Not Eric
what's
Berger,
the
Greg Berger.
matter?
Eric Berger's someone I went to high school with.
Cry again, cry.
Greg Berger also voiced Ripto from Ripto's Rage and Hunter in the Spyro games. I don't know if he's done anything else though.
Huh? What'd you say?
I know
You have to speak
he didn't
loudly.
voice Hunter in the Spyro remakes, but he did reprise his voice as Ripto, which I think is awesome.
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
I'm sure he's done other things too. I should like take a look. Jesus.
Dead, okay? Dead.
I should really take another look at what the voice actors in this game have done. I feel like this game was like the start of a bunch of voice actors' careers.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
As a reminder, Nomura was accused of using too many belts
Excuses
and
again.
in his designs, so he gave Lulu a dress made out of belts.
No more.
Because
Enough, Waka.
I don't know that that's true. I've never verified that, but I think it's very interesting. Also, the thing I was going to say earlier is there are mods to like cover up Lulu, Yuna, and like other female characters in the game and like show less skin, which I'm like, that's a weird mod. Like, I'm not saying it's. I'm saying it's probably better than the one like nude mods or like bikini mods, but I'm like, it's still weird.
Look like you.
he's dead?
Sin got him.
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
Audio is a little not matching up with the voice or with the mouth movements here.
Sin, yeah?
It's like a little delayed.
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother.
Brother.
Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Forget, does he just high-five it? No.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
I think the relationship between Titus and Waka is really cool. I like the brotherly relationship, and I think they kind of I guess it runs its course is the better thing. Like Waka pretty much hits the end of his arc after Luca for this part. But you know, it's fun while it lasts. All right. Ah, damn it.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Fuck.
Something I want to give you.
I replaced the model for Brotherhood, and they didn't do it in the cutscene.
Yeah, use it well.
Which makes sense. Also, Brotherhood is like one of my favorite sword designs in like media.
Well,
that sword is so fucking cool.
Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna.
Brotherhood
right?
is like one of
Why
my
don't we gotta wait
favorite
here?
swords in all
Yuna
video
came to this
games. I
village
love
10
it
years ago,
so much.
when the last calm
It's so
started.
fucking cool.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice.
I love that it's
Now,
got like
today,
the
she
harpoon
uses a
thing at the
summoner.
end, kind of
This
like a little
is
hook,
our journey.
like
We
little
should
like
leave
sea
together.
serpent dragon design on the hilts. Like it looks like it's filled with water. It's just so weird. I love it. It's such a crazy
You really
sword.
don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
I might crash the game. I've realized. My joke
Okay, off
joke
we
did
go.
not pay off. So there's a... Is it gonna let me back in the village? Yeah. There's a... I guess a rule with save editing. We'll see if it crashes the game. I think it will. There's a couple models you can switch it with. That you can switch weapons with that like aren't normally in the game, but like were used for some reason or another in other parts of the game. If that makes sense. So like other characters use them, or like enemies use them, stuff like that. So you can use them, and you can use them if you only use like skills and stuff. But if you try and like normally attack, which I think the game is going to force me to during these tutorial parts, it'll crash it. I didn't know it. I didn't know it'd be so small. Oh no! All right, here's seats. Let's see if it crashes the game. So I swapped him with Yojimbo's dog, and I thought it would be full-sized. I wasn't expecting it to be, like, bite-sized. Oh, it didn't crash the game. I wonder if it's because it's tutorial.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday.
Waka. Fucking Moogle.
A flyer. My kind of customer.
Oh, here, you can see it better now from this angle. It's just his dog. The Moogle coming back on the return trip is so good. Oh, there's so much good about this game. Alright, let's see how much I can get away with this. If it doesn't crash the game, then I'll just keep going. If it crashes the game, I'll end the video. And I'll fix it in post. I think I'll try and add those mods after I do this too.
That looks like trouble.
Not the cover-up skin mods, the ones that like give more XP to the party.
Only magic can beat that thing. If you
Oh
can't
yeah,
pin 'em down,
huh?
You gotta use magic of an element
Wait,
you don't like.
this could be an issue.
Magic? Element?
Psychomantis?
Black mage show you what I mean. Lou,
I think that's the only time they say black mage in the entire game.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I
Hey, you have a Moogle too. I didn't customize their weapons. I should have.
spells of ice and ice fiends are you.
I get fire and ice.
Lightning and water are. This one here is.
Oh, game. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Alright. Sweet. Let's see if this works. There you go. Alright. So, my first real playthrough of Final Fantasy X, I unlocked the death spell. And I gave it to like 4 party members with like friend spheres and stuff like that, and just relied on that to get through a lot of the harder like normal enemy parts. And I don't think I've used death again in like a single other playthrough. But I thought that little bit of trivia would be fun. I also can't believe she started with death.
Man.
Demi's a good one too.
we're gonna wait.
Huh?
Demi's good if it works on bosses, but it usually doesn't though.
Are you ready?
What's going on?
What's going on?
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
Yeah. Good old religious guilt. Yeah, you don't have to pray, but like, you know, if you don't, you might die. I'll pray. Because I think this affects the affection points for Waka and Yuna. Maybe just Waka, but
That should do it.
let's make everybody like me. So I think yeah, we're at like 42 minutes. This seems like a good point to leave off for now. So I'll come back next time, lose some of the other fights. I'll change up the I think between each video I'll change up the character models, or the weapon models I should say, just to keep things fresh and fun. So thank you guys for watching, and tune in for the next one. We'll see how it goes.